Hi, my name is Ruthie Gawel. I'm from Tracy, California, and this is my story. Growing up, I actually grew up in a Christian household. My dad was a pastor, so I grew up in church. I just was in an environment that loved the Lord, and I had really great parents who encouraged me to chase after Jesus and give him everything I had. And so growing up, I always knew that Jesus loved me. So in third grade, my kids' pastor actually had a Christian club at our school that I went to, and that really helped kind of me understand who Jesus was in a more practical way and that I could have a relationship with him myself. And so I remember sitting in the club one time and just like crying, and I didn't know why I was crying, but I just felt the presence of the Lord. And from then on, I kind of began to understand that I could read my Bible and I could talk to Jesus and I could have a relationship with the Lord. And all throughout middle school, I knew this also, but I began to stop like really reading my Bible all the time and not really spending time with the Lord. But I was on the leadership team at my youth group, and I was still like encouraging people in their walks, but mine didn't look quite like I wanted it to. So at a summer camp I went to in high school is when the Lord met me again and just really convicted me of like, hey, I want to have a relationship with you and I want to like know you again in that deep way that I had once before. And so, yeah, I think the summer before my junior year of high school, I really just rededicated my life to the Lord. And then from then on, it's just been just beginning to know Jesus more deeper and in a way that's changed my life. So I first heard about Vanguard from I think the lady I babysat for. And so she had mentioned it. And then my small group leader at youth group, her brother went to Vanguard. And then my pastor was talking about it. So I kind of had heard about Vanguard. And then one time I was driving through the area because I had just visited my grandma. And I saw the sign on the freeway and was like, wait, can we stop? Because I've heard about this place. And so I took a tour, I applied like here on campus, and when I got back from my tour, they handed me my acceptance letter, and it was crazy because I was so unsure of where I wanted to go at first. And so then, yeah, I was like, okay, I feel like this is a sign from the Lord. I was debating between some different colleges, but I ended up going with this one. After coming to Vanguard, I've seen the Lord move in me and just transform my life by encountering me with his love and surrounding me by a community that like loves God and loves each other. And so that's been super encouraging. And one way that I think the Lord is moving through my life is I've gotten to help lead a prayer room on Monday mornings, and it's been super fun. We've just seen the Lord move in really awesome ways, even just in the stillness of his presence and taking the time to just sit in his word and worship with people has been super cool to see. And there's been stories of my friends will come up to me and say like, thank you so much for just having an open space where God can move. Like he's really been speaking to me in this time, and things like that have been super cool to see. I also have a heart for the nations and the lost, people who don't know Jesus. And I feel like at Vanguard even has been a place where the Lord has been kind of revealing this more to me and how he can use me even in my major liberal studies to teach kids, maybe even in different countries or even just in the classrooms, thinking about work as a mission field and that these kids need Jesus, and just learning how to love people in a way that points to Jesus is also really big on my heart. My heart for Vanguard is just that students would be able to experience the presence of God for themselves and really just begin to lean on Him and trust Him, because He has a plan and a purpose for all of us. And even when it's a little bit confusing or when we don't know exactly how it's going to plan out, just that students at Vanguard would be able to trust Him and recognize His love for them, I think is really, really important and something that has really changed my life.